What we are going to discuss today and bring it to your attention is not problem with the freedom of speech or criticizing the freedom of speech. Today, opinion is about the wisdom and accuracy of freedom of speech and the question about those who uses freedom of speech to spread news, to spread narratives. Are they all accurate? Are they all scientifically evidence based? Or is rhetoric, is some personal opinion? However, many of these people are politicians, many of these people are movie stars, celebrities, many of them are public figures, TV anchors, announcers, with million people watching and listening. Whether they follow, that's another question. However, pursuing million of people with wrong narrative should be questioned. The reason I'm bringing this up is number of the issue these days, which is the hot issue, the American war with Islamic Republic of Iran. There are many reasons. One would be the issue of the Iranian citizen that have been under abuse and criminal act for the half a century. Excuse me. Been under attack for half a century. The issue of the involvement of United States and expenses and cost being paid by the American taxpayers, the possible casualty of war, even one is too many for any nations. The issue of the neighbors in Middle East region, destruction of the properties and infrastructures, and many other things, which is very reasonable to discuss and be concerned. However, the question is, are we looking at this in a right way? And are we bringing the issue up in a more scientific and evidence-based manners? One of the component of this talk is the criticizing the issue by many people. On March 27, Bill Maher had a couple of guests, a senator from Michigan, which I would add, she was very reasonable, and she added in a more sensible way with regard to the President Trump. However, two guests, one of them a podcaster, and then another CNN anchor, an attorney actually, which they were reasonably harsh on President Trump, and having the platform at Bill Maher's liberal platform unleashed their criticism and making speeches, particularly the guy, the podcaster that had all the inferiority complex unleashed to proclaim the 12 seconds of fame. The other people in the in this conversation is Steve Colbert, Jon Stewart, that has been criticizing President Trump, talking about the war, talking about the geography of war and God teaching lesson to President Trump in their very poor assessment of the Islamic Republic. Another component is number of the newspaper writers, opinion creators, and one of the magazine, the Foreign Affairs, had an article by Susan Maloney. She talked about the Islamic Republic and IRGC, which is a militia anarchist group composed of oligarchic mobs with no training, just deep belief in Islamic rhetoric. Call them advanced, call them innovative, call the Islamic Republic, particularly the formation of the Third Republic by Mujtaba, who is one of the most corrupt person in the world, ordered a killing of many thousand, the most recent 42,000 of the innocent Iranian protesters, in addition to killing by his dad, and the first republic, Ayatollah Khamenei, many killed, throw from the rooftops, hanged from the 1979 to this date. Iran is the second in hanging in public for different reasons, second to China, violator of the human rights. Called the rebounding and resisting the attack by the most powerful nation in the earth, meaning America and President Trump, rebuilding the infrastructures and holding together, talking about the rebounding of Iran and rebuilding after unnecessary war with Iraqis, which instigated by Ayatollah Khomeini with for no good reasons during that. But Mrs. Maloney failed to add during that war more than 500,000 killed and 500,000 disabled. She forget to mention that Islamic Republic 1, Islamic Republic 2, for the past 35 years after the war, Iraq war, has failed to reconstruct the infrastructure of Kermanshah, Abadan, Khorramshahr, and many others, not even to 50% of its original structure and needs. She failed to mention that despite spending billions in Syria, resulting in kill of 3 million people by Assad, with the help of IRGC, and spending billion in Lebanon, Hezbollah, Houthis. She failed to mention those, yet said the Islamic Republic has been innovative, has been holding up with higher standard. The IRGC was called by her a quality army. IRGC has been involved in drug trafficking, opium trafficking, child abuse, child soldiering, Bitcoin corruption and smuggling, assassination of many in Europe and even in America for the past 50 years. Called that quality. But she mentioned the recent, during the January and December of 25 and 26, killing of 42,000 innocent Iranian, shooting in the eye of 8,000, to some account 12,000, and made them blind. Call this quality. Yes, they are holding up the government, but in what price? Recently, just for the past 2 days, the IRGC recruit 12 years boy and girls and older to serve at IRGC. Set them to the front or in the streets for the checkpoints, and give them rifles and guns to kill the 12 years old boy or girl. And that is called by Susan Maloney as a quality army. But she failed to say Hitler, Stalin, Pol Pot, Castro, they all killed millions, and they hold on to the government for a number of the years. But we never called them quality republic, quality army. What is the reason for this? Is it freedom of speech, or is it stupidity? Is it freedom of speech or abuse of freedom of speech? Is it lack of knowledge of Islam? Is it lack of knowledge of the mission of First, Second, and Third Republic? She and others, even Mr. Tahiri, one of the oldest journalists of Iranian creed, called the war unnecessary. But we have had problems since 1979. They talk about the Strait of Hormuz. The Strait of Hormuz has been blocked not 100% since 1980, and it might be in future. What ignorant writers, politicians, announcers. The American should really ask questions when they talk about these issues. Do they have a deep knowledge of the culture, of the structures of the countries in the region? Do they know the history of Islam? Do they know the history of activist versus quietist? Do they know about a cult imam and his appearance would be associated with what? Do they know the definition of infidel? Mrs. Susan Maloney and Bill Maher, Stewart, Colbert, you're all infidel. Do you know what is the issue with the infidels? Do you know that this American journalist that now is captured by Iranian would be subject to multiple rape? Sometimes it is better to be quiet and not to talk instead of being unwise and uninformed and spread false news and propaganda.